In the last two videos in this series, we discussed the Marxist understandings of philosophy and the economic mechanisms of capitalism. In this video, we'll be exploring what Marx and Marxists throughout history have proposed as the next historical stage in the development of society, socialism, and why this is not only a desirable proposal, but a necessary one. After the collapse of the old system and the construction of the new capitalist system, the capitalist class was liberated from the shackles of feudal domination, allowing for unrestricted trade and the acceleration of technological development. These advancements led to a socialization of labor as opposed to the labor of single, small producers such as that of the feudal blacksmith or the peasant farmer. The birth of factories increased efficiency, but with this came shackles forced upon the new exploited class, the industrial proletariat. Longer working days, the extraction of surplus value from the worker, and the domination of the many by the few constitutes the current capitalist system. The oppressive nature of the new capitalist system was obvious, leading to the development of a utopian ideology opposed to the harsh and alienating conditions of the system of wage slavery. This utopian socialism, formulated by theorists such as Robert Owen of the cooperative movement, was in opposition to capitalism, but couldn't provide any concrete analysis of the exact nature of capitalist oppression, nor could it foresee a way to overcome it. It was Marx's observations and analysis of the capitalist revolutions and of the Paris Commune which led him to understand that it was the working class itself, the industrial proletariat, that must lead the revolution to take power if there was to be any kind of socialism. This is Marxism, scientific socialism, as opposed to the old utopianism. What's so great about this socialism then, and what exactly does it look like? In essence, socialism involves the revolutionary overthrow of the old capitalist order and the rise of the proletariat to the position of ruling class. Like class society today, it'll be democracy for one class and dictatorship over another, but instead of the democracy for the few and dictatorship for the many, it'll be democracy for the many and dictatorship for the few. A dictatorship of the proletariat, if you like. Instead of people's hard work falling into the hands of wealthy exploiters, it'll contribute to society. Better infrastructure, truly universal healthcare and education, guaranteed employment and housing for all, income to each according to their work, not according to their wealth. In the 21st century, it's hard to think the world hasn't achieved this yet, but such is the strength of capitalist oppression, and such is the task we have before us. As mentioned in our discussion of the base and superstructure, people's own individual view of the world is shaped and informed by a capitalist culture. Bourgeois society gives the workers the watered-down socialism of social democracy, the ideology of the Labour Party or the Democratic Party, in order to deceive the proletariat into continuing its own exploitation. Effectively, we've been fooled into voting for different factions of a single-party dictatorship, the party of capitalism, in which socialist reform is impossible, as socialism is inherently altogether different and antagonistic to the system of capitalism. It can only be established by way of revolution, just as capitalism had done before it. Divide and rule has always been capitalism's favoured tactic, dividing us between races, sexualities, genders, between liberals and conservatives, to get us to turn in on ourselves instead of uniting against the common enemy, the capitalists. We've seen in the past decade since the last major financial crisis an increased interest in Marxism and a growth in anti-capitalist organisations across the globe. This rising anger against the economic conditions of the working class show us that Marxism did not die in the early 1990s with the collapse of the Soviet Union, and that more than ever, workers are trying to find the path to their liberation. As capitalism is thrown deeper and deeper into crisis, our sustained oppression at the hands of a small number of parasitic capitalists is compelling us to face the real conditions of our lives and the necessity for the revolutionary overthrow of capitalist class society. It is up to us to build a new socialist system free from all exploitation, false ideology, and unnecessary cruelty. Thank you for watching. Please remember to check out the other videos in this series. We're currently working on another short series taking a closer look at the Marxist understanding of class and analysing the class contradictions in today's society, but if there's anything you'd like us to explore in the future, please let us know down in the comments. And finally, remember to share this video out to help spread the word. Thank you.